Hello and welcome or welcome back to Paper Pages and Possibilities. My name is Christina. It is great to have you here today this Thanksgiving week. Definitely excited for the good food and time to connect. I am bringing you today two book reviews of books that I've recently finished. The first we have Making Midlife Magic by Heloise. This is about a woman named Ava who discovers her husband and her assistant in bed together, prompting a midlife crisis for her, which sends her off on a vacation to an Italian island. Now, she goes there with the intent of getting away from it all and just getting a fresh start, relaxing, something to that effect. But it is far from that. She gets thrown into a brand new setting, which is not exactly calming, but full of supernatural beings that she discovers throughout her stay. So she discovers vampires, witches, ghosts, were-animals, we get the whole gamut of magical creatures in this story. There's just so many different creatures, and they all come to this island or are drawn to this island, and it becomes like a sanctuary for them. But we don't know why Ava was drawn to this island, and we kind of find out the reasoning as we go through the story. But overall, this story was very fun. Has a little bit of romance in it, a little bit of mystery, definitely got the fantasy aspect. I was really able to connect with Ava because, one, she's in her 40s, and two, her personality is very, very engaging. We're experiencing this book through her point of view, and I had a lot of fun. The ending of this book was a cliffhanger for sure, but it definitely makes me want to continue reading this series, so I definitely hope to pick up the next one sometime in the next year or so and continue on Ava's story and see what else she gets up to in her 40s and beyond. The next book I have is one I showed, I think, just last week. This was part of the Oklahoma Authors video, and I ended up reading Pumpkin Spice Meltdown because it's perfect timing for this. It is a Thanksgiving story, so it's perfect to read this leading up to the week of Thanksgiving. Had a really good time with this book. So with Pumpkin Spice Meltdown, we are following Natalie. She, in a kind of similar fashion to Ava, she's in a long-distance relationship, and when she decides to go move to where her partner is, she finds out as soon as she gets there, not when she left, not when she's about to leave, but when she gets there, she finds out that he's actually married. So she's basically uprooted herself, sold pretty much everything she had, and moved to a new city to only end up not having a place to move into or really anything settled. So she's very stressed out, to say the least. Thankfully, she's got a great aunt and the great aunt's best friend who live in the city, and she has a chance to stay at her great aunt's place to kind of get a grip on the situation that she's found herself in and give her a little bit of time to find a place to live and get herself settled into the town, because she does have a new job here, which I think is probably the most stable aspect of this story. We follow her as she is getting into the new apartment and getting to know people in the retirement community that her great aunt lives in. On top of everything else that she is dealing with, she is reminded that she committed to host the Thanksgiving dinner for her family this year. And this has family coming in from multiple places out of state. And that is all mixed in with her not having an apartment quite yet, but in the process. And so she's got to figure out how she's going to host that and put it all together. And like, just the stress is huge in this story. And it's very appropriate. I think a lot of people will feel stress around the Thanksgiving holiday, preparing for a big meal, a big get together, and just feeling the pressures of wanting it to be perfect. And that's really captured in this book. I think the realism of the situation, it's a lot, but at the same time, it has the feeling that a lot of people get around the holidays with the stress of trying to do so much in such little time. But overall, there is a romance in here that develops. It's a very sweet romance. It was a little bit cringe to start off, like their banter, the way that they went about connecting with each other was a little bit cringe to me, but the way that their relationship started and developed became a very endearing part of their relationship, a big part of just who they were as they grew closer together. And then, of course, there's always the third, fourth act plot twist, which kind of throws a wrench into everything. But in the end, it's just a very heartwarming story about learning to accept your own limitations and learning that that's okay. And people will love you for who you are, not the perfection you strive for. So, overall, absolutely loved this book. Glad that I picked it up and read it, particularly this time of year. Highly recommend. I think this would be good to read anytime from like November even through Christmas, because it still has a lot of that, family gathering, big events, that kind of thing. So that is my thoughts on Pumpkin Spice Meltdown. So that is it for today in terms of book reviews. I do want to take a moment, because it is Thanksgiving week, although I should do it more often than just Thanksgiving. But I want to say how grateful I am for all of you who are watching my videos, who have subscribed, who have left comments or likes or shared, like everything that you have done to connect with me or share with others. Like, I am eternally grateful. I'm really enjoying the experience of getting this YouTube video started. We're going on like 4 months now, and it wouldn't be possible without you guys. So big thank you. I really look forward to continuing this journey, getting to know more of you even better, collaborating with some of you potentially, and just really enjoying each other's company and talking about the books that we love. So a big happy Thanksgiving from me to you, and I will see you again soon. Take care.